Hello and welcome back to another edition of Delectably Different in the Kitchen. And today I am bringing you something everyone needs to have in their recipe repertoire, and that is a perfect chocolate cheesecake. So let's get started. To get started, I already have about 11 ounces of gluten-free graham crackers I just crushed, and mixed together with that is 1 tablespoon of sugar, and in between 1/4 to 1/2 cup of butter. You just kind of keep adding butter after 1/4 of a cup until you get a nice wet sand-like consistency. So we're just gonna press this into a springform pan. Now that we have our graham cracker crust all pressed into our 11-inch springform pan, we're also going to preheat our oven to 350, and I already have behind me my melted chocolate. You're gonna wanna use a double boiler method, or you can microwave it. I double boiled mine. You're gonna melt down about 9 ounces of chocolate. I'm using a Salazon salted chocolate. It's delicious, but any type of chocolate, as long as it's around 9 ounces, will work. So we're gonna add that in last. Already prepped here, I have 4 8-ounce containers of cream cheese. We just have it whipped up to where it's nice and soft. And now we're gonna be adding in 1.5 cups of organic sugar. To the sugar and cream cheese, we're gonna be adding in 1/2 teaspoon of salt, which I'm using the pink Himalayan salt. It's delicious, lots of minerals. And we're gonna be also adding in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. To this, we're gonna be adding 1/4 cup of dark cocoa. I prefer dark because it just gives such a rich flavor to the cheesecake. If you only have regular cocoa at hand, or also cacao would work too, perfectly fine. But for me, this is the way to go. The next thing you're gonna wanna make sure that you do is scrape down the sides of the bowl before we add the eggs in, because you wanna make sure that all of the cream cheese and the cocoa is actually incorporated into the cheesecake. So make sure to get down to the bottom, and you'll find that if you just use the dark cocoa, it's gonna be this ugly gray-brown color. Don't worry, once you add the melted chocolate in, it's gonna be the super rich, dark chocolate brown that we so love in our cheesecake. All right, now we're gonna be adding our next ingredient, which is 4 eggs. Now it's time to add our melted chocolate. Now it's time to scrape down our bowl one more time, just to make sure we get all of the sides again, and make sure we get the bottom. Now that we have our cheesecake ready, we're gonna place it in our already preheated oven. We're gonna let it bake for 1 hour and 15 minutes. And the key here is don't open the oven at all. And once the timer goes off, you're gonna wanna turn off the oven, but leave the cheesecake inside for another hour. At this point, you're gonna then take it out and place it in the fridge to cool down, preferably overnight. And there you have it. A perfect chocolate cheesecake that's simple and easy to make. We're gonna have it with a little more chocolate drizzle on top, because what's better than double chocolate? But if you make your own flavor profile, we'd love to see it in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click the subscribe.